Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Usman Ali, and in the video we will discuss a numerical solution on the concept of depletion. Now I have made a basic background of yours related to depreciation in the PowerPoint section, so you do understand what depletion is and natural resources and the connection between them, and how to calculate the depreciable or depreciable base. So let's go through the numerical of exercise 1119. Now, there is a company, a timber company, which owns 900 acres of timber. So that's the quantity of timber they have, 9,000 acres. So acres represents actually the area. And they purchased this timber in 1996 at a cost of $1,000 per acre. So if I want to calculate the cost of this land, this property, this natural resource, so I need to multiply the cost of per acre with the total number of acres that we have purchased. Okay, so let's do that. What is the cost of timber only per acre? So per acre we have $1,000. That's the rate of it. And what was the total number of acres that we purchased? We purchased 9,000 acres actually. So when you multiply 1,000 with 9,000, so we get a value of $9 million. It means that this natural resource, timber natural resource, was actually purchased on $9 million payment, and that was purchased in 1996. During 1998, the company selectively logged and sold 7 lakh board feet of timber. So obviously it's a timber business. They have to cut the trees and then they have to sell the timber. How much timber they sold? So they went for 7 lakh board feet. That's the measurement of it. $700,000 board feet of timber was actually logged and then sold. Of the estimated $3.5 million board feet, it means that the total quantity of timber available in that area, in that natural resource, is 3.5 million board feet. This is the quantity. 3.5 million board feet of timber is available, and out of this 3.5 million board feet, 7 lakh board feet were actually logged and then sold only in 1998. Okay, and then in 1999 the company planted new seedlings to replace the tree cuts at a cost of $1 lakh. So obviously after 1 year, whatever cuttings they did on this 7 lakh board feet, they had a replacement of that, and they planted new seeds to grow as a plant and then become a tree once. So the $1 lakh was spent on that. Now here our job is related to determine the cost of the timber sold related to depletion of 1998. We are not concerned with 1999, so this part would be taken as an extra part for us. Now we know we have purchased the timber on $9 million, but the question is, how much was the total board feet or timber available? 3.5 million board feet timber was available. That's the quantity, the total quantity of it. So that's, I will write here 3.5 board feet. Now what I will do is, if I want to know that how much is the per unit cost of the timber, so it's very simple. I will divide the total value of the timber by the total quantity that we have. So $9 million will be divided by 3.5 million board feet, and we get a rate of $2.57. It means if 1 board feet is extracted, it's logged and cutted, the timber is cut and sold, so there would be a decrease in the value of that reservoir, that resource, natural resource, by $2.5. Then how much board feet were sold actually in the 1998? 7 lakh board feet were sold, so that's the quantity which was sold. And what is the unit? The unit value is 2.57. We will multiply this 2.57 with 7 lakh. When you multiply it, we will get a value of $1.8 million. It means, ladies and gentlemen, that during this 1 year, the cost of goods sold and also depletion too, both of them. Why? Because it was taken out and sold also. If it is taken out only, then it is only depletion expense. But if it is sold also, so the same depletion expense would kind of shift it to the cost of goods sold too. Here we are only related to depletion only. So whatever is logged out means the timber is cutted, that would become our depletion. So 7 lakh board feet timber were cut down, and the cost of every board feet was 2.57 as you calculated here, and I multiplied it with the quantity, so we got the total cost of that depletion. By the way, if you remember, the technique which I have followed is exactly the same technique of activity method. Okay, one of the depreciation method which we learned, and we did a numerical on that, activity method of depreciation. Okay, so we applied the same method here in the depletion concept as well, because depletion is connected to the quantity of resource available. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. Stay safe.